I don't think people are overeating because they're lazy, and I don't think most people actually want to destroy their health. I think millions of people are using food to cope with a life that feels overwhelming, because modern food isn't just food anymore. It became comfort, escape, dopamine, relief, and for a lot of people, eating became one of the only moments that feels good. Think about how people live now: constant stress, constant stimulation, constant pressure. Most people are mentally exhausted before the day even ends. And when the brain feels overwhelmed, it looks for something easy, something comforting, something immediate. That's where junk food enters the picture, not as nutrition, but as emotional relief. Because after a stressful day, your brain doesn't crave broccoli or discipline, it craves comfort. A lot of people aren't eating because they're physically hungry. They're eating because they feel empty. Food became connected to emotions. Stress, eat. Anxiety, eat. Loneliness, eat. Boredom, eat. Sadness, eat. And for a few minutes, it works. That's the dangerous part. Junk food temporarily changes how people feel emotionally. It becomes a quick escape from reality. The human brain was never designed for modern food. Thousands of years ago, sugar and high-calorie foods were rare. Now they're everywhere. Cheap, instant, engineered to taste impossible to resist. Modern food companies spend billions studying human cravings. They understand dopamine, psychology, habit formation, attention, and people blame themselves for struggling. Imagine fighting an industry filled with scientists, marketers, and algorithms designed to keep you consuming more. But honestly, I don't even think food is the deepest issue. I think a lot of people are emotionally exhausted, and modern life gives people endless distractions instead of real healing. Food became emotional anesthesia, something to fill silence, something to numb stress, something to make life feel okay for a moment. And eventually, people stop asking, "Am I hungry?" and start asking, "What can make me feel better right now?" The scary part is how slowly it happens. Weight gain happens slowly, addiction happens slowly, health problems happen slowly. So the brain keeps saying one more meal won't matter. And little by little, comfort becomes dependency, not because people are weak, but because they never learned healthier ways to deal with pain, stress, loneliness, and exhaustion. I think healing starts when people stop treating themselves like failures, because shame usually doesn't solve overeating. Understanding does. Once people realize, maybe I'm not just hungry, maybe I'm overwhelmed, everything starts to make more sense. I don't think humans were meant to constantly consume, not food, not stimulation, not distraction. And maybe the real battle was never just about weight. Maybe it was about learning how to live without constantly escaping ourselves.